This is inner motion. We don't run from the dark, we walk straight into it, and we come out unrecognizable. The world outside is chaos. It screams, it pulls, it tries to rip you apart with distractions, temptations, and storms you can't control. But here's the truth. You don't need to control the world. You need to control yourself. Because the moment your mind is ordered, the chaos outside bends. It no longer owns you. It no longer dictates how you move. You become untouchable. You become inevitable. Most men live as slaves. Not to another person, not to a government, but to the chaos inside their own heads. Their thoughts are scattered, their emotions uncontrolled, their habits broken, and then they wonder why life feels impossible, why opportunities slip through their fingers, why people walk over them. It's because the battlefield isn't out there. It's not your job, not your relationships, not your past. The battlefield is within. The mind is where wars are lost before they ever begin. But for the few who learn to bring order to the battlefield, who train their thoughts like soldiers and align their emotions like weapons, victory is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of time. This is not motivation. This is not a feel-good message. This is war. And war is about strategy, discipline, and domination. You either master your mind or you will be destroyed by it. Look around. Chaos is everywhere. People chasing quick highs, drowning in distractions, addicted to noise. They think the fight is out there with their boss, with their family, with society. But they're wrong. The real war is silent. It's happening inside their heads every second of every day. If your mind is untrained, you are already defeated. A man with no control over his thoughts is like a soldier with no armor, no weapon, and no strategy. He might stand tall for a moment, but the first arrow will pierce straight through him. That's weakness. That's what happens when you let chaos rule. The battlefield is within. When your mind is scattered, your life is scattered. When your mind is disciplined, your life takes form. This is why two men can face the same storm. One collapses, one conquers. The difference is not the storm. The difference is the mind facing it. Order is power. The man who can sit still in silence without being eaten alive by his own thoughts is more dangerous than an army. The man who can focus on a single goal, undistracted by noise, becomes unstoppable. Why? Because while everyone else is lost in chaos, he is building, he is sharpening. He is moving forward with precision. Think about this. Every empire, every dynasty, every legend started not with an army, not with money, not with luck. It started with order in the mind of one man. Alexander, Caesar, Miyamoto, Musashi. They all mastered the battlefield within, long before they commanded the battlefield outside. Chaos will always exist in the world. That's a given. You can't erase it, but you can become immune to it. And the way you do that is by treating your mind as the highest battlefield. Every thought is a soldier. Every emotion is a weapon. If you don't command them, they will command you. If you don't order them, they will destroy you. The weak man lets his thoughts wander wherever they want. The strong man directs them like arrows toward a single target. The weak man is pulled by every emotion, anger, lust, fear. The strong man channels those same emotions into energy, into action, into creation. Same materials, different result. You are not at war with the world. You are at war with yourself. And the first victory you must win is over the chaos in your mind. Because until you win that, nothing else matters. Order your mind and you will conquer your world. Chaos doesn't come from outside first. It begins inside. The man with no order in his mind sees disorder in everything. His thoughts are scattered. His emotions run wild. His energy leaks in 1,000 directions. He wakes up late, drifts through the day, reacts to whatever hits him, and at night he wonders why he feels behind. Chaos is not an accident to it, a lifestyle of neglect. An untrained mind is like an untamed beast. It pulls you wherever it wants. One day it drags you into laziness. Another day it drives you into anger. Another day it whispers doubts until you collapse. Without discipline, your mind controls you. And when your mind controls you, the world controls you. The smallest insult throws you off balance. The slightest Temptation derails your path. You are a puppet pulled by invisible strings, not a master of yourself. Look at history. Empires fall, not just because of enemies outside, but because of chaos within. Corruption, indulgence, and disorder rot the core long before an attack from the outside. The same is true for a man. If your mind is corrupt with distraction and weakness, no enemy has to defeat you. You'll collapse on your own. Order begins with training. Just like a warrior sharpens his blade daily, you must sharpen your thoughts. Discipline is the whetstone of the mind. Every habit you build, every routine you honor, every time you resist the easy path, you are teaching your mind to obey. You are telling chaos, you do not rule me. This is why rituals matter. The small things: making your bed, keeping your word, controlling your breathing when stress rises. These are the drills that forge mental order. A man who cannot keep his room clean cannot expect to keep his kingdom in order. A man who cannot command his thoughts cannot command his future. The untrained mind always seeks chaos because chaos feels comfortable. Scrolling endlessly, sleeping without purpose, eating without discipline, talking without thinking. This is easy, but it's expensive. The price of chaos is always higher than the price of discipline. You pay with wasted years, with broken relationships, with regret. The cost of chaos is your life. Order is painful, yes. It demands repetition, self-control, silence, solitude. But pain is the doorway to power. When you endure the discipline of order, you gain clarity. Your vision sharpens. Your purpose hardens. You stop chasing noise and start building direction. The man with order in his mind cannot be easily broken. Because he has a fortress within. To conquer your world, you must first defeat the chaos within. Without this, you will always be at the mercy of chance, emotion, and distraction. With it, you become immovable. Chaos may rage outside, storms may break around you, but inside you are still, ordered, unshaken. That is true power. When you understand the battlefield is within, you stop wasting energy fighting shadows outside. You stop blaming circumstances, people, or luck. You start to see that the true enemy is your own disorder. Every scattered thought is a hole in your armor. Every uncontrolled emotion is a crack in your fortress. Every broken habit is a weapon you've handed to chaos. And once you understand this, you also understand the solution. Order is not optional. It is survival. A man without order is like a ship without a compass. He may move, but he will never arrive. He may fight, but he will never conquer. Order is what gives direction, momentum, and strength. It is the root of focus, the foundation of power. The storm outside does not matter when the captain inside holds steady. But if the captain panics, the storm wins before the first wave hits. Training your mind is not about controlling everything. It's about commanding yourself. The difference is critical. You cannot silence the noise of the world, but you can silence the noise within. You cannot stop chaos from raging, but you can stop it from ruling you. That's why order is strength. That's why discipline is freedom. Without it, you are just another victim of distraction. With it, you are untouchable. Order means making choices that align with your purpose. It means cutting off what doesn't serve you, even when it tempts you. It means saying no to weakness so you can say yes to strength. Most men drift through life as slaves to impulse. The disciplined man builds his life with intention, and that is why, when chaos comes, one collapses and the other conquers. Here is the ultimate truth. You cannot conquer anything outside until you conquer everything inside. Every empire that collapsed started with disorder in the core. Every man who falls apart breaks first in his mind. And every man who rises, who dominates, who builds something eternal, he starts by mastering himself. This is not glamorous work. It is not about hype or adrenaline. It is about silence, repetition, and ruthless consistency. Waking up when you said you would, training when you don't feel like it, focusing when distractions scream for your attention. This is how you forge order. This is how you build a mind that does not bend, does not break. And when you finally achieve this, when your thoughts obey, when your emotions fuel you, when your habits align with your vision, you are no longer just a man, You are a force. Chaos does not scare you because you have conquered it where it matters most. Inside, the man who conquers himself conquers the world. That is not philosophy. That is reality. The battlefield is within. Win there, and the rest of life falls into place. Order is not just about survival. It's about domination. A mind in order does not simply endure chaos. It bends it. When you control your thoughts, you control your focus. When you control your focus, you control your actions. And when you control your actions, you control outcomes. This is the chain of power, and it begins in the unseen silence of your own head. The weak man thinks control is about holding the world in his hands. The strong man knows control begins by holding himself. Control your breath when fear rises. Control your anger when you are provoked. Control your desires when temptation comes. The world bows to the man who cannot be shaken because he has proven that nothing inside him can be shaken first. Order is freedom. The man enslaved to chaos cannot choose his impulses choose for him. But the man who has built order in his mind is free because he decides. He moves with clarity. He builds with precision. He does not waste energy on what doesn't matter. He is efficient. He is inevitable. And that is why he conquers. The world belongs to those who can rule themselves. The greatest kings, warriors, leaders, they were not perfect men, but they were men who built order within before they demanded order outside. They did not avoid chaos. They walked into it with calm. That is what made them unstoppable. That chaos is endless. Distractions will never stop. Temptations will never disappear. The storm will never calm. But you don't need the storm to calm. You need to become unshaken within it. You need to build order where no one can see, so you can wield power where everyone can see. This is the truth. The man who cannot master himself will always be mastered. The man who cannot conquer his mind will always be conquered by the world. But the man who orders his mind, he cannot be broken. He cannot be manipulated. He cannot be stopped. Order your mind, and you will conquer your world. This is inner motion. We don't run from the dark. We walk straight into it, and we come out unrecognizable.